There are currently 44 achievements in Satisfactory version 1, and I have 37 of them at this moment. Today we'll make sure to go from 37 to 44 together, and I will share tips and tricks on how to get all of them. I have completed Satisfactory version 1 with a full let's play that you can find in the video description below. We started in the Dune Desert and I really showed you everything from tier 0 to the end of the game, including a review of the story. Right, we did it all, but today this is all about the achievements. There are some that are very easy with more than 30% of players that got them, and there are some that are a lot harder with many below 5% of players having them. Obviously, you will have to finish the game if you want to have all 44 of the achievement, because there is one called Save the Day, probably, complete phase 5 of the space elevator and finish the game. For 3.6%, at least on Steam, of player got this one. To be honest, that is a bit higher than what I expected. Like, kudos to these 3.6% of players, but there's many achievements you can see that have even less. Like gather 50 Summer Sloop, gather 150 Mercer Spheres, unlock all of the milestone, right? So everything in tier 9, right? We've done that too. Complete all MAM research tree. Again, we did those two in the last episode. Gather 100 hard drive from crash sites. This is less than 2%. And then the last one, do you need that? Buy the gold nut statue from the awesome shop. Only 1.3% of player. Now, as I said, I'm going to also give you a lot of tips. So for example, let's talk about the Summer Sloop, the Mercer Spheres, and the hard drive. How do you find so many of them? You basically have two ways. You have the in-game ways and you have the ways with, some help, let's say. In the game, you can go around and look for them. But you may be wondering, okay, in the game, how do I'm going to find them, right? You're not going to just stumble upon all of them. First of all, you have the object scanner, right? With the object scanner, you will be able to get a direction. They will be able to tell you, okay, it's a bit more on that way, or there is none anywhere close. But to be honest, I think this is not really how you should be doing it. What you really want to do if you are playing in the map without the help of an external tool is you're gonna want to build in the organization tab over here some radar tower. Because the radar tower, as long as you give it some electricity, costs I think it's 30 megawatts. As long as you give it some electricity, it's going to tell you, okay, in the range that you see over here, how many of those things there is, how many there is a hard drive, Mercer Spheres, and Summer Sloop. So you can see that, for example, in this range here, I have found all of the hard drive. I haven't found all of the Mercer Spheres and all of the Summer Sloops. This is then maybe also at that point where you start using the scanner, where it can tell you, okay, it's in this direction. So you go into this direction and you see, okay, I see one there. But in my opinion, what you probably want to do is you want to go to the Satisfactory calculator. I will put the link in the video description below, where there is an interactive map where you can see, all of these. So I can click on Mercer Sphere, for example, right? And then I can see where all of these Mercer Spheres are, and I can even actually see the ones that I've already gotten and the one that I don't. How do you do this to see, the one you already have or not? You're going to go to the top over here, click on this button. This is going to enable you to load your save game into the map, right? They even show you where your save game is, right? In local app data, factory game, save games. So you'll find your save game, you will upload it, and then you'll be able to see actually everything, not just what you've already gotten. You'll also be able to see all of your factories, including, by the way, you can even see inside each of the building how much do you have. So for example, that can be used over here for me to check in my reserves of uranium, how much do we still have in these reserves. So this container is empty, this one is still not really empty, so it's gonna take a while before they're all empty. But you can see everything, including, as I said, right, all of the Mercer Spheres here, all of the Summer Sloop, and in collectible you will find the hard drives. I know some people may say it's a cheat, but I'm showing you tips on how to get it, right? I'm not saying you have to do it, I'm saying this is how this can help. What I usually do then is, I know, okay, there is one here, so I put a marker and I'm going to highlight, the stamp, and so now I know, okay, this is where I need to go. right? So this is how, you know, I got a lot of those summer loops, a lot of those Mercer spheres and hard drive. Before we complete some of those bottom one, let's go back to the top. We have some very easy one, fix a blown fuse, right? If you have too much energy on one part of your power, you blow a fuse, right? And then you put it back. Gather a power slug, I mean, you can do the same thing I just did. I just said, right, you can see them on the interactive map, but honestly, power slugs are everywhere, so I'm sure you'll find one. Place a portable miner, I mean, you can't get through, you know, the tutorial without doing this. I feel like it means that only 36% of players have done the tutorial. That's strange, but yeah. Gather one Mercer sphere, so we just talk about this. Gather all 3 types of editable flora. So this is easy. Again, you can also use the map if need be. Destroying foliage, you know, it will happen. You can obviously destroy more if you use things like Nobelisk. Gather a summer sloop. Again, we just talked about this. Completing phase 1 of the space elevator. You'll have to go through this. Bounce on the space giraffe, right? So you basically need to find one, but they are pretty much everywhere. There's also on the Satisfactory map, you can find them and you just start to jump on them. You can, you know, if you want, build a ladder and then jump on them. Build a space elevator, move faster than 140 kilometers. So you have a couple of ways to do this. You can do that, you know, with some of your vehicles. You can also do this with the Hyperloop cannon. I have talked about Hyperloop cannon in the past, so I won't go back into detail for this. Complete the onboarding process. So again, just do the tutorial, print out your first coupon. We'll talk about coupon in a sec, so I won't go into detail there. Unlock your first alternate recipe. This is with hard drive, right? Build 5 kilometers of conveyor belt. Just build them. Gather all 3 power slug types. Again, you can use the interactive map if you don't know where maybe one of those purple one is. Complete phase 2 of the elevator. Complete MAM research. Survive a fall on 1 health point. Hit a creature with a vehicle, right? So just drive a vehicle and hit a creature. Build your first manufacturer. Avoid touching the ground for 30 minutes. Just fly, right? Find and gather a boombox tape in the world. Only 13% of people, and I actually don't have it yet, so let's do it together. There are 3 boombox in the world. Here are where the 3 boombox are. We're gonna get the one at the top here. This is where I am right now in the world. It is actually just over here. You can see there's, by the way, a lot of those slugs. So this is the purple one. I think there is also the blue one here, and I'm sure there's a yellow somewhere. So this is a great place if you want to get all 3. Yeah, here it is. Here's the yellow. So you need to kill a couple of enemies to get there, but it's a great place to get all 3 if you don't have them. And the book box is just in the middle over here. You can see undone book box tape. And then, you know, you can put it into your boombox if you want to. So let's go. Let's trigger it. Boombox is paused. No, put it on. More seriously, yeah. Ooh, that's dangerous. But here it is. We have it now. It's 38. Finish phase 3 of the elevator. Build 5,000 foundation. Build 5 kilometers of pipeline. Okay. Now we get to an Eden one. I'll show it to you after. Set up a train schedule. Right. So just create a train. Click on it. And you'll be able to do it. I don't think I need to explain. Tame a lizard doggo. How do you do this? Well, you basically need to throw some pileberries, you know, on the ground like this, near one of them. Then they will eat it, and that will tame them. Get knocked over by a vehicle. Okay, we need to do this. Visit each starting area biome once, right? So just visit the map. And I guess when you're gonna be looking, especially for hard drive, you're gonna have to do this. Build 5 kilometers of railway. I didn't use that much railway in this series. In the previous series we did for update 8, we used tons of it. In this one, not that much. So we just need to build a bit more. Pet the flying manta, right? So you need to basically jump on it and then you can just pet it. They always come at the same places. So, you know, find a place where it comes, again, build, you know, foundations or ladder or something like this, and then you can get it. Reach the highest cliff in the world. This is actually over here in the rocky desert, towards the top of the map. There's a uranium node and you can go to the top. You can go there again by building ladders or whatever you want, but there is actually a way to go up there without any equipment. I challenge you to do it. You can actually see that this is the highest point. This is where you're supposed to go. Complete phase 4 of the space elevator, reach the maximum world height. So we're gonna have to do that one, then another hidden that we see at the end. Complete phase 5, we've talked about it, and all the other ones we've already talked about it. So now it's time for us to start doing the ones that we don't have yet, right? So we have all of these. We're gonna keep the hidden one for the end. We need to get knocked down by a vehicle. So there is actually some vehicles that shouldn't be too far on this side. Yeah, I can see one moving there. There's also one here. We may be able to actually intercept that one. Let's see. It's this way. Oof, that's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. I know it could be flying with, here it is, you can see it over there. So we need to go faster. Oh, he's going fast. Maybe we're gonna have to get to it on the other side. Maybe not. We're gaining on him. Gaining on him, yes. Just need to put myself into the trajectory. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Let's go. Okay, actually, he got into a small problem, it seems. Where are you now? Ah, it's coming. What are you doing? Okay, that's one of the fun bugs of Satisfactory. It does happen with vehicles from time to time. Okay, it does already seem stuck, which is strange because this is a route that's been going up. I think, usually it's when you look at them, they don't like that. They don't like when you look at them. Okay, come back to me now. Come on. Okay, maybe we should have gone for the other one. He seems really stuck. Okay, he's coming. So we're gonna put ourselves there because we know he's coming here. Come to me. Oh, that hurts. Okay, one more down. Then 5 kilometers of railway. We already have quite a lot of railway, so actually I know I don't need a lot more to get these achievements. So let's just build it over here while we are here. It may create a problem with this road. This truck was already in trouble. Let's see. Let's continue it a bit more. But yeah, basically you just need to build 5 kilometers of railways. It can be anywhere, and it is. We've done it. Okay, after 5 kilometers of railway, we need to reach the maximum wall height. Now you can do that achievement anywhere, but given you also need to anyway go there for the cliff achievement, let's, I suggest you go there. That way you have a bit less to do. I do have already an elevator to go to the top, so we're gonna take that instead of flying or taking the stairs next to it. But yeah, basically that's the concept, for reaching the top of the world, right? Is that we're gonna build a gigantic ladder together. Yeah, let's take this one. We go to the top. Then we can take this ladder and start going up. Good thing I have 1,000. 1,000 iron rod in storage. But yeah, let's just go. There is obviously other ways. I've seen people create like crazy multiple cannons to go up. People also actually creating, a building to go all the way to the top of the elevator. But yeah, I feel like this is a bit too much just for one achievement, like the ladder we will do. It will take us a minute. So, now I'm going to continue doing it and just speedrun this in editing. Oh, and here it is, we have reached the maximum world height. We're very close to the elevator. And would you believe me if I tell you that I have vertigo? We are definitely very high. It's a great place to see my world, by the way. You can see over here my train, right? That's going from the uranium plant to the fixonium one. You can see my starting base over here. There's a lot of things happening here. But yeah, we've reached the top of the world. And with this, we are at 41 out of 44. The last one that is not hidden, the one that the least amount of people have, the golden nut statue. There's nothing secret about it. You know, you can see it from the beginning of the game. If you go into your awesome shop over here, right? Welcome back. We can buy a couple of things, right? Including some other boombox tapes, as well as some statues, right? There's some pioneer statues, but more importantly, there is the golden nut statue over here. It does cost 1,000 tickets. It's the most expensive thing in there, but it's not hidden. So 1,000 of these coupons. Can we do this? Well, if we look over here, we can see we have 2 coupons. That's not gonna be enough. But if we look into there, we can see we have more than 1,000. So that's gonna be great. You know, I've been basically syncing things from the start, right? And for the small story, you can see you can only print 500 at a time, actually. So here it is. Now we have 2,500 coupons, so that's 1,000, and we can buy it. There are ways also to multiply your coupons and things like this, but I got 1,000 without cheating, you know, no cheat over here. We go over here, we say buy all, and we have it. Perfect, so it's in our purchase.
This obsession eventually became unhealthy, and pioneers were taught the skill of restraint and not holding anything in their hands. Still, to honor the love humanity had for these nuts, a statue was commissioned, so we can honor the impact these nuts had on pioneers across the universe.
But here it is, we have it, the golden nuts. But speaking about coupons, there is something else we need to do with coupons that is very important. So to do that, we're gonna need a storage container in front of the awesome sink. We're gonna need a belt, oops, and we're gonna need to put coupon. We don't need to put 2, it's not waste, but 1. Put it inside the awesome sink, and let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, Ada.
Fixit sees what you did there. How creative. I have also been creative. There is something extra special for you in the awesome shop. It is a marvel of technology. It is truly the shape of the future. I will be sad if you do not use it and love it, and tell any friends you make in the future all about it.
So it is. Now if you go into the Fixit awesome shop, you still have the factory cart, but you also have the Cyber wagon. Yes, Elon is everywhere. We do need 20 tickets, which I don't have right now, so let's print a few more. We've really used a lot of coupons. I'm pretty sure I actually have some coupons hidden somewhere again, but anyway, it's fine. Let's buy this Cyber wagon. Alright, done. And now we can play with it.
Cyber wagon unlocked. While creating this, I did not cheat with the width, height, or length. I was able to achieve great capability within the same dimensions and same weight as a normal wagon. Part of this is the fundamental design change. I moved the mast to the outside of the trunk. You'll love riding around in this thing.
Already had an accident, the poor guy. And look, he's being broken. Baseball, tennis ball, dangerous. Now we need to open the bench to put some fuel in it. Let's go with some normal fuel. Let's not go crazy. Alright, and go over here, and let's start driving. No refunds. Drive the Cyber wagon. So it is. This was one of the other, or one of the 2 hidden. Ouch! Another accident. So this thing is actually terrible, like in terms of how to drive it. You can see I'm trying to go somewhere, it goes on the other side. It's not great, it's not great. I mean, you can also see it with the wheels. These square wheels must not be helping. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, with this, we have 43 out of 44 unlocked. There is only 1 that is hidden. And by the way, you can indeed click on it on Steam to see what it is, but I'm just gonna show you. You need to go again into the awesome shop and buy a Fix-It coffee cup. Now I already have one, but still, let's buy another one. It is. We can put it into your inventory. That's an important step. You know, I know many people, they're like, where is it? I don't find it. Well, you need to put it into your inventory, and then we're gonna need to equip it, right? Makes sense. So let's go, let's put it on, and then we're gonna need to drink it. Here it is. Are you sure that's coffee? I mean, it does look like the color of coffee. It doesn't look like, you know, plutonium waste, at least. That's something. And with this, ladies and gents, we should have all 44 achievements. Let's check it. You have unlocked all achievement 44 out of 44. I'd actually love to know how many people have all 44, because you know that, you know, only 1.3% has this one, but you could have people that have that one and don't have others. I guess maybe it's not that likely. So we can probably say there is around, you know, 1% of players that have all of them. And now you know how you can do it. I do want to mention something very important though. You will not be able to get all of those achievements if you are cheating, in the sense of if you are using advanced game settings over here. It's actually said over there that you will not be getting any achievements, right? If you have, and it sort of makes sense, right? Like if you have no power, no unlock cost, any of those things, it basically makes the game a lot easier than what is intended. So that means you will not get any of these achievements. So keep that in mind. I hope this was useful and entertaining. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions, thoughts, and as I mentioned, don't hesitate to check in the video description below for my full let's play, right, from start to finish. How did we get there? Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.